Hey everyone, what's going on? Greg here again from Team Blast. I want to talk about better Google Map rankings for one of my newest SEO clients. And in less than 1 month, I'm seeing the map change for them for the target keyword is personal trainer. So July 18th, the map was basically all red for this particular keyword. July 22nd, so a few days later, I'm starting to see the map change. So I always talk about this. Average rank position happens first before a share of local voice. So when you start to see the map go from red to orange or orange to yellow and yellow to light green and then light green to green, it's your pathway to get onto page one. And then finally, today, July 29th, I'm seeing more dots now becoming green, which is great. Again, that's going to lead to more high quality impressions, more website clicks, more phone calls, and hopefully more leads for my clients. So, what I have done in less than a month. Now, this one's a little unique. So, not every onboarding is this, but just to kind of give an example of what I did. Local Falcon scans for several keywords to get a baseline. So I knew when they started that they were not going to rank for any keywords, but I got really specific. So personal trainer near me, personal trainer nearby. These are a few keywords that I would run. And I'd also run then the modifier for the city. Because even though I knew my client was not going to rank for any of these keywords, I have to get the baseline and I have to understand exactly who the top competitors are because that's what I'm going to look at next. Second box is set up twice a week local Falcon scans. I'm looking for average rank position changes. So again, I knew that they were not ranking for all these different keywords, but I want to see if the changes I'm making to their Google business profile and also website are starting to change the map in their favor. So twice a week, run the scans. I'm looking for average rank position. Next, I'm going to review the top competitors for every scan that I do. So I have a baseline of who's ranking best for shared local voice. I'm going to look at their profiles and I'm going to look for gaps. Gaps are things like categories, so primary category versus secondary category. I'm looking at things like phone number. I'm looking at things like updates, questions and answers, anything I can extrapolate from their profile as a gap. And then these things I can tell my client maybe we should do this or we should optimize for this or here's a gap that I think we can overtake them with. Next, make a series of changes to the website, including adding the Google business profile to the footer. So what I always talk about is take your map embed from Google and put it right into your footer. It's going to be on every page in your website. It's a great ranking signal for Google. Next, we got listed on trustindex.io. I always talk about this directory. I think it's great because it brings in your Google reviews, but also could bring in things like Yelp and Facebook and a plethora of other sources as well. It's also $65 a year, so it's actually quite affordable. So we got this on there. Helps with name, address, and phone number. Next, expand the questions and answer content on Google Business Profile. So I think with Google, Gemini, and AI and ChatGPT, they're kind of actually using some of this information from your business profile to kind of show that within the results. So I think it is a ranking factor. And of course, there's more. So share of local voice trend now ranking, and they are the blue line way down the bottom. So the keyword here is personal trainer. And again, on the 18th, 0%, 22nd, 0%, and now today, 2.47. So we have a huge gap to make up. But this is the early success that I can see with my local SEO clients is you have to get on the board first. You have to start ranking, and we're going to expand our map. So we're going to get more impressions, more website clicks, more phone calls, everything like that. Now, this is just them, just so you can see again, this is again really early. So I always stress this with my clients that, it's great. We have basically 2 dots or so within 81 that are now on page 1. Again, a few days before that, we had nothing. So now we're getting more dots flipped onto page 1, but there's even more dots that are changing as well. So this is the map progression. So again, the 18th, the 22nd, and the 29th. The 29th here is really valuable because I'm able to zoom in and say, okay, some of these dots are actually yellow. These are the dots I really need to focus on. These are the dots if I can flip from yellow to green, that's an immediate page 1 ranking now for my client for the keyword personal trainer. Again, that should increase their potential directions, KPI, website clicks, phone calls, and bookings, and potential customers as well. What I do with this is that these dots, so these dots that are, let's say, orange or yellow or light green, this is where I zoom in. So I look at the competitors who are ranking in that area. And again, I do the same gap analysis that I did before. So I'm looking to see, okay, their area codes, question and answers, products, services, any updates that they have within their the setting. I might look at maybe third-party sites that they're listed on Yelp, Facebook, trustindex.io, Trustpilot, anything that I can kind of look at and say, okay, well, maybe 2 out of the 4 are all on Yelp, but no one else is on TrustIndex. That's a good directory to get on, or vice versa too. But the main thing I really want to stress, I'll go back to the very beginning of this presentation. This is kind of how the map starts to change for my local SEO clients. So it all starts off with the baseline scan. I can see exactly, hey, we're not ranking at all for this particular keyword. We have to make changes to the website and also the Google Business Profile. It's constantly running the scan for a plethora of different keywords just to make sure that we're growing for terms like personal trainer nearby, personal trainer near me, and then looking for the dots they're trying to flip. And those flips, I need to then look at and say, okay, what can I do to get even more competitive in this part of Brookline, Massachusetts? Can I go after different neighborhoods of that? Are there local directories that I can get on? Can I include these towns and these cities and these neighborhoods on the website? Also, the service areas on the Google Business Profile to give even more signals to Google that we are a local company and that we service this area. So anyway, this is just a quick video. Again, this is a really early success story. They probably won't see the map really change in their favor for, I would say, a handful of more weeks, maybe even a couple months. But when you can already start to see the changes happening within the map, that should lead to more impressions, more phone calls, more website clicks, and more leads for their business. Anyway, thanks for watching this video and stay tuned for the next one.